Oh.
Sometimes the NPC drivers are just weird.
Mm. Alright, so hello to everyone who just joined in the live stream. So basically we're gonna do the review shortly, but basically my friend Angel here, he basically decided just we're gonna go shopping too so I can get more festive.
Yeah, look
So,
at you.
yeah. Alright.
You gotta get as festive as this. Look at this.
I guess I can help if
100%
really
festive.
necessary.
So oh crap. Dude, I'm getting this notif-
Feels like this shift is never going to end.
thank you. Festive, okay. There
Yeah,
goes.
festive tops. That's what it is.
I'm going with this one. Alright, look.
Why does someone always come in just when I'm about to take a break?
Let's see.
The sizes run small if you want to avoid getting depressed.
Oh, might try that one. There you go.
I wouldn't wear most of this myself.
I'm a bit more festive now, huh? Festive hats, see.
I mean, hey, it could be worse. Look at my character.
Hmm.
You could have this.
Wow. Yeah,
We
okay.
just have the sizes on the rack, so don't bother asking.
No.
I really need a snack. All I've eaten today is romaine
Okay, that's
lettuce.
better.
Alright, I think I'm already ready up. So, you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm just gonna save this one as Christmas.
Alright, hold on. How do you save this outfit?
You go to this counter. You press square, and then you go to one that says empty.
I don't know why I even bother. I barely make enough to buy weed, let alone pay rent.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this for Christmas. There you go. hey, let's it's time to head over to my apartment. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where my car went.
Uh, wow, we just parked it here.
Oh, it's over there.
Oh, nice.
Mark your apartment.
Oh, here.
Oh,
Here we go. Marked it.
so you wait, you want to start the review now? Or?
Well, yeah, I guess so. Well, just wait till we get to the apartment, so yeah.
So then we have going into
Mm-hmm. Ah, very nice to come back here to Los Santos.
Yep. Same.
Yeah.
I know. Normal traffic. Dumb NPCs.
Yeah. Always crash into things. And the usual
Yeah.
stuff.
It could be worse.
Please don't say that.
We just had our parallel park with that.
Yeah, there we
We'll park
go.
right here.
Oh, great, now you got me to want Star.
It's alright. It's all, just get in the apartment.
Alright.
We'll go into mine.
Alright. Alright, let's just sit down here on the couch.
Yeah, but first of all, let's turn this off.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to get. You can see the cops over there.
Yeah. Okay, so, alright everyone, welcome joining in the live stream. So yeah, we had to do that little quick Christmas shopping so I could be more festive. So now I'm all prepared. It could have been better for my festive outfit, but I'll do that later on. So yeah, basically welcome to the movie review of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, and I'm here joined with Shadow Gamer here. So yours.
Hello? Pleasure to be here.
Okay, so basically, like Angel seen it on Thursday, and I happened to go see it yesterday. So basically, like before when like the movie was released, like we've been seeing like a lot of like comments and news stuff
All
that
those negative reviews.
yeah things weren't going well, and I was kind of getting worried. So and then well, you could tell your side, Angel, about your experience.
Yeah. No. Well, pretty much, yeah. Like, it's the same thing. I woke up on Thursday morning, ready to go see it, and I immediately saw some like negative reviews saying that it's not worth the money to go, and yeah, I basically went in with low expectation, but once the movie started, I mean, uh, Adrian, you saw it too. It really tied in all three of the movies together.
Yeah, really did. Like again, like after like the hearing the reviews, like I'm wondering, oh boy, like is this gonna be bad as the Last Jedi? And then then I got like a call from you like in the middle, like at night while I was sleeping, like you were able to tell me that. Well, I told you just to text me and to see how was it, and you told me that it was pretty good, that I was going to enjoy it. So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, basically I went to watch it with my dad and also with Kaisen Plays, so he was able to show up. So we all went to go see it, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Like, yeah, because after like again, like I was a bit afraid because after what happened, with the Last Jedi, it was just gonna suck. So
Yeah. I
But
mean, like, you look at the three movies together. Um, the Force Awakens started off pretty good, but wasn't really up to par with the other previous six.
yeah,
Then the Last Jedi came in, and like in the trailers, you got like all hyped because like, oh, Luke Skywalker is coming back and stuff.
I was really hoping like for this, like it was at least gonna give us a lot more character development for it.
Yeah,
For yeah, but
yeah, but this one, like, you can tell that the directors really did their best to hide what was actually going to happen in the movie.
and different like and of course like and the thing is that J.J. Abrams, who directed The Force Awakens and The Rise of Skywalker, he did write the script for Episode 8, but then Rian Johnson decided just to rewrite the whole thing, and
Yeah.
yeah, and there's been a lot of uh like basically that movie, like I did not care for any single character, not even Luke or Leia, which it was really shocking. There were a lot of pointless stuff, like going into that casino planet was really pointless.
Yeah.
How come that?
mean, I could see why. Well, they're the basic how do I say it? The basic moral of that story was basic. Um, it was supposed to be like got like together. They can like succeed, but it was the opposite. They ended up separating each other,
Yeah,
and that's what ultimately came to their defeat in Last Jedi.
yeah. And honestly, this was felt like almost like a copy a bit of like Empire Strikes Back. And I'm gonna go for a little bit of a rant here because like the whole movie was basically like just like what was really like so fucking stupid was like you know how it's basically like a slow chase, like
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, like they cannot come up with anything like like the Vice Admiral Holder character, or I call her Vice Admiral Feminist. She did not tell the plan, which led to people dying. And the hyperspace thing was stupid. Like, if that was the case, then how come no one's ever thought of it? And again, really dumb because, like, you know how basically, we had this experience with the Death Star and Starkiller Base, how it can like destroy planets and all that. And you're telling me that one ship that if you hyperspace through anything, it could like has that amount of power, like it was dumb. And the worst part about it is like most like the films that I've seen, like not just Star Wars, but like other films like the 2016 Ghostbusters, the Captain Marvel, Terminator Dark Fate, and all that, they bring in like this dumb political agendas things, which is it's just it really does ruin the things. And yeah, so and the porgs, those like puffin things, I really did hate those things. And a bit of a spoilers, they did show up in Rise of Skywalker, but not too much, which thank God.
Yeah.
And but and overall, like Last Jedi was a mess, and I seen like all the people that reacted to it. I just really did feel bad for all like the hardcore fans. Like they really
Yeah.
did felt cheated.
The hardcore fans, you can tell that they felt like really like disappointed at what occurred with Last Jedi.
Yeah.
But luckily, Rise of Skywalker just brought that back.
Yeah.
They came in hard with all that. Ooh, there's so much that we can say, but I don't think we want to spoil it right now.
Yeah. So
I mean,
and check in the
I mean,
comments.
like this is just a review live stream.
So yeah.
After this, you like just go full out. Like after 2 weeks, do the like full on review.
Okay.
So this is pretty much just the thoughts of what we thought of it. Which
Yeah.
honestly, went in with like that was pretty cool. I went in with low expectations and came out impressed.
Yeah.
They, they really did well.
Mhm. And And also, what I really liked about the Rise of Skywalker is that J.J. Abrams did try, like, everything. Like, what the Last Jedi couldn't do is to try to get, like, the answers.
Yeah.
Like the many questions answered. There were some that were pretty answered, which I'm happy to say I'm happy about. Um, some of these characters were a bit better. Rose comes back, and she is actually a lot better here than in The
Yeah.
Last Jedi. Because The Last Jedi, she was so annoying and pointless. But in here, she wasn't that annoying,
Actually,
and
she wasn't that annoying, but she actually had a purpose.
yeah. So at least that's good. There was no, like,
Yeah.
no forcing things or whatever. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah.
What? Well, here's the one thing that actually impressed me the most. You know how pretty much during the whole trilogy, like the sequel trilogy,
Hmm,
um, the first two didn't really explain one why are there stormtroopers, two why the hell does the First Order have star destroyers,
hmm.
and like how like three how the hell how the hell did they take over that quickly from the from the um Republic, and in not even kidding you, the first 5 minutes of Rise of the Skywalker just explains the whole thing. If you noticed in the first 5 minutes,
Hmm.
you heard what I was saying, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. That
you go
go
ahead.
for it, go for it.
No, no, go ahead. Like, but yeah, like as I said, like this movie really did. I'm really just happy that they at least explained several things. But there were some parts like I have questions for the Rise of Skywalker, which like didn't get answered. Like for example, like how did Palpatine survive? Like they didn't like explain that much pretty quick. So
Well, in deep lore, basically, the fall that he withstood uh, left him weak. So, like, what ended up happening was after the destruction of the Death Star, um, he pretty much went into hiding, and you know what planet he went to. I'm not gonna say it because that's a spoiler.
yeah,
He goes to that planet and just uh, regains his power over time. But still, like he was like, as you see, he was tied to that planet in some way.
yeah,
Just so he can meditate and like regain his strength to like come back in to the ninth movie and just powerhouse it.
yeah. And I gotta say, like, dude, Palpatine, like, wow.
Yeah, he was pretty spooky
Yeah,
in that
like
movie.
every scene like with Palpatine, like it really did creep me out. But yeah, and man,
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know, like what else I can talk about because there were like a lot of cool stuff that happened. And by the way, the music, with John Williams is always the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like even with Last Jedi, like he was awesome in it. Yeah, just any music with John Williams is just
No,
fantastic.
it's one thing that you could say though.
Hmm.
There was a lot of inner conflict between, uh, well, both characters, Ben or freaking Kylo Ren. I keep calling him Ben because in Last Jedi, Rey calls him Ben.
Oh, that's
But
fine. That's fine.
yeah, Kylo Ren and Rey both have personal inner conflicts like with themselves, which is really represented in Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I mean, like
yeah.
if you remember, like even from the beginning, like when you meet Kylo, he's like yeah he's tied to, like he's on the dark side,
Hmm.
but like you can see like he shows it like that he's evil, but then you get those times when when you find out that he's Han and Leia's son, that like he kind of has that weakness which the Sith don't like.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you can tell like during like the trilogy, both or Kylo had that in him, and then Rey, in the first one, she pretty much had no such training at all. The second one, she kind of gets a little bit more, but then like in the second one, if you remember, she messes around with the dark side in
Yeah.
a way, which yeah, that's a good plot line, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I
but like,
mean,
honestly, like that movie, again, Last Jedi, they really didn't like focus on much with with Rey and Luke. Like, it just again like it was like only just showing like the pointless plots with the casino thing and all that.
yeah.
So I kind of wish they would explore more. And well,
Well,
yeah,
basically, the whole plot line of that story was that the Resistance was on the run, and
pretty much like
like
Empire Strikes Back.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The Resistance was on the run, but the only like difference is that two like Rose and Finn deserted to go on their own mission to try to save everyone, and then like in the end of that one, it ends up that what they were doing was for nothing
Yeah,
because like as you remember,
yeah.
that commander had another plan.
Vice Admiral Feminist there. Yeah.
Yeah, Admiral Feminist.
Yes.
Which
Ah.
yeah, like she did do a really good sacrifice. Like that last scene where she just goes into like light speed, like just to take down the destroyer. That was pretty cool. But
I mean, yeah, it looked cool. I'll admit, it did look cool, but again, it's just the logic behind the light speed. It really just doesn't make sense. And honestly, I didn't really feel bad for the character because yeah, I really didn't like her.
yeah, I mean, there wasn't really a backstory to her.
Yeah,
Like
I wish it
yeah,
wasn't
like
like.
Leia knows her, but no sort of like
Yeah,
backstory of like how.
I really kind of wish that would have been Admiral Akbar,
Huh? Yeah, but
and
Admiral Akbar
he
kind of
died
gets
off
frustrated.
screen. He died off screen, which that was just
Yeah,
dumb. Yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, like, I feel like like I don't know if like want to do a live stream or we could just rant about the Last Jedi. But yeah,
And I mean, we that's what we've been doing, because like we don't really want to spoil it right now because
yeah,
well, people probably still haven't watched it and are probably watching the stream right now.
yeah, and
Um,
also like I checked like the posts like on Instagram and all that. Like they were like I seen like a bunch of people like again like they were hating on it, and even like there's like this post where like there's like these people in the theater like someone recorded that they were so like rude and just yelling like I don't and they're just like I mean I get that you don't like it, but you don't have to ruin it for the other people who are like at least enjoying it.
yeah.
Like geez.
No, one thing that we could say without spoiling anything again too is at the end they really did add some like seeds to like a new story.
Yeah.
Like, if you remember seeing like the ending,
Hmm.
they planted the seeds to like the next one,
Like
which
a new generation to
honestly,
come.
yeah, honestly, I have I hope they do well. If they decide to do the another trilogy,
Or another
like
saga, a second saga.
yeah, or another saga, yeah,
And
yeah, because that would be amazing. Because
yeah,
where would they go from there?
yeah. So I guess let's like talk about like I guess like the whole trilogy and the future of Star Wars now. So honestly, I feel like with this new Star Wars movie, honestly, for me, it kind of felt like it was rushed. Like, because if you notice, like, the years that have been going on with the original trilogy and the prequels, like, they waited
Yeah.
for a few years because, they had time to develop a story. And again, like,
Hmm.
I kind of felt like this was kind of a bit rushed, this whole thing, so. And I'm really hoping for, like, for the next trilogy or saga, hopefully they could at least have time to prepare, take their time to
Yeah.
develop new characters, the story, and all that. And as for the future, like, so for now, like, we don't know what movies, but for like, we have like now Disney Plus. We have some live action shows or like shows. We
Yeah.
got The Mandalorian right now, which for me, I love The Mandalorian so much.
Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah, I definitely recommend all you guys, like, if you have Disney Plus, watch The Mandalorian. It is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And there
I mean,
was,
the newest episode got me messed up on there.
I know, like, I mean, if you want to talk about the Mandalorian chapters, like for the next live stream, we
Well,
could do that.
we could probably do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like,
But
yeah,
yeah. This new trilogy really did like feel a little rushed.
yeah,
Yeah, cause look, they like if you look at the trilogy in
hmm,
its whole, basically they came like they came in after like a big time gap. Pretty much the First Order was already taking control. Um, and then yeah, they had to quickly explain everyone else's every new character's story and why they're there.
yeah,
And that to me was kind of confusing because yeah, like if you remember the stories,
hmm,
they pretty much have like inner conflict like from the beginning.
yeah. But yeah, like, and I want to like to also like continue like what other stuff are coming for Star Wars. So like, there's also like some
Yeah,
two new shows that are coming. Like, there's the other
yeah.
show.
I mean they're already talking about Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah, well and also there's some new other shows that have been announced. I don't know if you heard that. There's a show that's coming and that's gonna focus on two characters from Rogue One. If you've seen Rogue One,
Yeah, I've seen it.
yeah. I forgot what the names of the characters are. It's basically with the Imperial droid and his partner, which I forgot again. I forgot what their names are. And another series that'll be coming, which I am most excited for, is the Obi-Wan Kenobi series coming to
Yeah, the
Disney Plus.
Kenobi. Yeah.
Yeah, now that's something I've been waiting for. And of
Yeah, cause
course,
isn't that one supposed to be in between episode 3 and beginning of 4?
yeah, it's supposed to be like
Yeah.
what he's been doing most of the times, which I'm most
Yeah.
excited. And of course, the
Thing is,
return of the Clone Wars. Well,
yeah.
well, what were you saying about Obi-Wan
Oh
Kenobi?
well, pretty much it's supposed to like that Kenobi series is supposed to be basically on like yeah what he's been doing during that gap uh on his like pretty much like in short it's Kenobi's exile uh while also like training in the art of like force ghosting.
Yeah,
Because if you remember in episode 3, Yoda told him like that he's gonna start training
cause
to learn about force ghosting and with the
like
help of Qui-Gon Jinn.
yeah, cause like Qui-Gon that like figured out how to do that. So yeah,
Yeah,
and for like, and also I've been like hearing talks like maybe they're like a lot of people are thinking like for the new trilogy like they want to like like the new trilogy or saga like to talk about the old Republic, you know,
mm,
they can explore much about that. And
yeah,
yeah, but who knows? Or even like again, like they could continue on from the sequels. So but yeah, like again, like hopefully they could take their time to develop, to develop their story, and like I don't want them like to bring down like political agendas or anything, just like they did with the Last Jedi. I just want a good story. That's just what I want.
yeah. I mean, like if we're talking about story, like if they're already like they should already be planning it
Mm,
If they're gonna make another trilogy or saga, they should already start planning it by now.
yeah.
While it's still fresh in their head of like, oh, well, this happened. How the heck are we gonna tie it into this?
Yeah.
So like that, and plus that way they can like they can start with like that like a small idea that can expand from in time. Like really,
Mhm.
they have so much resources at their hand like in their hands that they can use. So it's pretty much up to whoever is gonna direct the new saga or trilogy.
Yeah.
How they're gonna use those tools to form like to make the movies.
Yeah. So basically, I guess like right now, like with the ranking, like so for me, like we both agree, like for the ranking, like the Rise of Skywalker, like to us is like honestly just the best one of the sequels. To me, like in second place is Force Awakens because like it started off, it was pretty good. I
Hmm.
enjoyed it, and last place is Last Jedi. Yeah, that movie was disappointing.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, and honestly, it felt like a pattern, like with the prequels, because like Episode 3 was the best one of the bunch, and for me, second place was Episode 1. Like the thing that I really did redeem that movie was that awesome lightsaber fight with Darth Maul, Obi Wan, and Qui Gon.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Episode 2, like, it was fine, but just I don't know.
yeah, but like ranking right now, like in the trilogies,
Hmm.
the original is pretty much number one because
Oh
that
yeah.
started off the series.
Hmm.
They had good story,
Yeah.
like good conflict between like the two,
Hmm.
and then like if you remember episode 6, Vader pretty much redeems himself at the end, which was
Yeah.
pretty amazing.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then second place, honestly, it's the pre pre trilogy,
The
and
prequels.
then yeah, the prequels, and then the sequel
Yeah.
trilogy. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
but yeah, this movie, The Rise of the Skywalker,
Hmm.
like I told you yesterday,
Yeah.
it's not as good as Episode 6,
Hmm.
but barely reaches Episode 3. Like
Yeah.
it's as good as Episode 3.
Yeah. So yeah, like for the next live stream, with like the spoilers, we're gonna basically, go through the whole movie, and we're gonna talk about some of the good
Yeah.
things the good things we liked about it, and even some of the bad things, and just
Yep.
discuss. And yeah, like when do you think like we could do that?
I think we should just wait maybe like a week, maybe so that way you'll have like a good audience that has probably seen it.
Yeah. And like actually also go through like other people's reviews and see what they thought, what their thoughts are, and like what are some of the bad things like they said about, and then we could talk about that. So might have to write that
Yeah,
down on a list or something.
yeah. The, just this review that we're already planning. It's probably gonna be a little long because sheesh, I have so much that I liked in the movie, and then yeah, there are some facts that I would want to
Hmm.
see improved in the next movie
Uh,
that's planned.
yeah. So, what would you rate the Rise of Skywalker? Like out of 10?
Out of 10.
Yeah. For me, I rate it. I think I'm gonna give it like
Hmm.
I'm gonna rate it either like an 8 or a 9 because like for me, I really did enjoy it. I had a fun experience. So it's either
Uh-huh.
for me an 8 or a 9.
Honestly, I would agree with you. It's like an 8 or 9 because or it's an 8.5. I'll put it on that
Yeah, I'll put an eight point
because
five as well.
yeah, because they like I mentioned, I went in with low expectations like to the story, and honestly they impressed me on there. There
Yeah.
there was a lot of good things, But then again, there were some things that just didn't really add up.
Yeah. So, yeah. So basically, that's it for like our spoiler like free live stream review. So basically, hopefully next time, like in a week or so, like we are gonna come back into here and we're gonna be discussing the whole movie. You know, hopefully we can remember all the bits and parts from Rise of Skywalker. So
I'll probably go watch the movie. This movie, honestly, is worth watching again.
yeah, like we can like sometime like we could like watch it together. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, again, hope you guys enjoy this. So hopefully you guys can be ready for our spoiler review, like sooner or later. So yeah,
Yeah. Hopefully we have more people to help us with this review then.
yeah, maybe we can get like Isaac or any other of our friends to watch it, or
Yeah,
like
we can get your friends in too.
yeah. Me and Jerry went to go see it, so we can bring him in here as well. But it might be in a different game. We have to might go in the different games. Yeah, so, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this live stream, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next live stream or video. Peace.
Remember to like and subscribe.
Yee.